What's up, everybody? Welcome into Dodgers Daily, presented by DodgerBlue.com, part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network. My name is Jeff Spiegel, and tonight the Dodgers and Padres are back in action at 6:40 p.m. in San Diego. Dodgers trying to wipe the taste out of their mouth from last night's brutal loss on the back of some defensive miscues, and then, of course, the shrimp, if you're familiar with that term, the walk-off walk from Craig Kimbrell, everybody's favorite former closer. Well, as the Dodgers get back into action tonight, the headline here is Cy Julio. Okay, Julio Urías right in the thick of the Cy Young Award race, and we know it's a long shot. We know it's very unlikely that he will win, but I think tonight and every opportunity he has, probably one more start after this, is an opportunity for him to cement himself in that number 2 spot in the Cy Young race. Okay, Sandy Alcantara had a couple rough starts in August and into the beginning of September. He allowed 4, 6, and 6 runs across a 5-start stretch, but he's rebounded back into dominant form. Alcantara in his last 2 outings, 9 innings pitched and 8 innings pitched, just 1 earned run apiece with 18 strikeouts. So it's no disrespect to Julio. It's just the nature of the award. Alcantara, because of the innings, because of the ERA, because of everything in total, is the heavy, heavy favorite. But no fault of his own, because Julio has been fantastic of late. 0.90 ERA in August, 1.85 ERA in September. He leads the league in ERA at 2.25. And so going against the Padres, a really good offensive team, this will be a good test as he's trying to secure that ERA title. He's got a slim lead over a couple of people in that department. This will be the 3rd time Julio, by the way, faces the Padres this month, 4th time overall, and he has allowed just 1, 2, and 1 earned runs in those 3 starts, averaging 6 innings per outing, just 9 total hits allowed in 18 innings pitched, and by the way, all 3 of those wins. On the other side from Julio tonight, we've got Joe Musgrove on the mound for the Padres. This is a guy whose season has kind of been the exact opposite of Julio's. He started fast and is finishing slow. In July and August, Musgrove posted an ERA of 4.24. September, he's just under 4. All of this after an ERA sitting in the low 2s for the first 3 months of the season. So all that said, Musgrove is maybe putting things together in this last stretch. His last 2 starts have been his best since the All-Star break. 11 total innings, 9 hits, just 1 earned run, and 12 strikeouts, lowering the season ERA back to 3.12. This will be his 3rd start against the Dodgers, his 2nd start this month. And a couple weeks ago, the Dodgers got to him. 4 innings, 4 earned runs across 5 1/3 innings, a pair of home runs. That was an 11-2 Dodgers blowout. So part of Musgrove's problem is that you look at matchups and how guys have fared against him historically. Well, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, and Justin Turner all hitting over 400 against him in their career. So when those guys hitting, 2, 4, and 5 in the Dodgers lineup, or 5 and 6, are all smashing you, it's not a good sign for just Joe Musgrove. As for the lines for tonight, Dodgers back to being the favorite. They were dead even last night, which, look, the way that game played out, a 4-3 loss in extra innings, that felt about right. Vegas got that one right. Dodgers favorites tonight, minus 145 for the Dodgers, plus 125 for the Padres, plus 125 for the Dodgers to win by 2 or more, and the total is 7.5, the over at even money. Totals are always tough for me in games like this where I don't love Musgrove and I do like Julio. Sort of what do you bet there? Like, do you bet the Dodgers offense? Maybe you bet the Dodgers team total if you wanted to go in that direction, but these are stayaways for me today. As for some props to look at, 2 for 4 on our picks last night, so a tiny loss, but felt like we were in good shape in a lot of those, other than Anderson over walks. He had 0 walks, so bad bet there on our part. But as for tonight, Musgrove, his strikeout number is 5.5. He's gone under that in 3 of his last 4 starts, including the outing against the Dodgers 2 weeks ago. The flip side, he did have 10 strikeouts in a start against the Dodgers prior to that. Urías, his strikeout number 4.5. He had 5 and 2 in his 2 September starts against the Padres. Outs recorded, both guys are at 17.5. For Musgrove, the under on that is plus money. He has gone over that, so he's gotten the full 6 innings just 1 time in September. Urías plus money on the under of 17.5 there, which is interesting because the way they handled Tyler Anderson last night, it was, hey, get your pitch count up to 75, 80, and then take you out. So can Julio get through 6 full innings plus money on the under? Something to look at. Urías to record a win, one of my favorite bets of late, is plus 135. So looking at those, looking at team totals, all that, here are going to be my picks of the day, a few things I just mentioned. Give me the under on strikeouts for both pitchers. Musgrove under 5.5 at minus 120. Urías under 4.5 at minus 110. I don't think either guy sticks around long enough to rack up some strikeouts. I think the Dodgers get to Musgrove a little bit. I think Julio's on a pitch count just to preserve him and get him into the postseason. And so give me the under on both of those. And then for my plus money long shot of the day, give me Justin Turner over 1.5 total bases. That's plus 150. He had a rough day in the field yesterday. Time to make up for it. He sees Musgrove well. Let's take a swing with Justin Turner there. I mentioned he's hitting over 400 against him. He has 3 home runs in 14 career at-bats against Musgrove. So give me Justin Turner over 1.5 total bases. That's plus 150. Hey, as always, we appreciate you joining us here on Dodgers Daily, part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network, part of DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel. As always, if you're a podcast person, check us out on Apple or Spotify or Google, wherever you get those. Subscribe, ring the notification bell here on YouTube as well. And please, I've got to do a plug for this. We had Steven Nelson of MLB Network on the show yesterday. It was a fantastic interview. Steven, the more I talk to him, the more I get to know him. Super impressed by him. I thought his honesty about the Apple TV broadcasts and how that has gone has been really, really healthy and helpful and impressive. I like talking to him about almost calling Aaron Judge's 61st home run. He was on the call the first chance Judge got at that one. And then also just the Dodgers as a guy who's been around the Yankees and the Red Sox and a lot of these teams throughout the season, who sits with CC Sabathia and some of these Hall of Fame guys on his show. Just to hear their perspective on the Dodgers, I think was helpful for me. So that Steven Nelson interview is up. It's very, very good. Please be sure to check that out. I believe it's on our podcast feed as well as on the YouTube channel. So again, thank you so much for joining us. Dodgers Padres tonight, 6:40 from San Diego. Hopefully the Dodgers break the franchise wins record tonight. They were not able to in their first chance today, and get that thing under their belt with 8 games to go, including tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go Dodgers.